Doctors will diagnose nearly 20,000 women with ovarian cancer this year. The outcomes are often devastating and survival rate low because this type of cancer is so hard to detect. Many women think a pap smear will detect it, but the reality is there is no test that screens for ovarian cancer. NBC2's Alexia Chiropoulos talked with one survivor who beat the odds about how important it is to pay attention to the warning signs.
This brings me a lot of joy. I have started raising butterflies.
Wife and avid lover of life, Melissa Jones is a longtime Southwest Florida resident.
Really super cool to watch, the life evolve.
Her own life evolved over the last year and a half.
I believe that I have a story to tell that can help people, and that is what I believe has to be the reason why it happened to me.
It all started on Memorial Day of 2022.
It was any other day. We were at Pink Shell having a good time with our friends. And about 11 o'clock that night, I just started violently throwing up.
It drove her straight to the ER.
So I ended up going to the hospital for 5 days.
Then came rounds of tests.
Sent me for an MRI, and I had it at 11 a.m. At 4 p.m. he called me and he said,
so hers started here, and that spread in the abdominal cavity to multiple locations.
Within hours, doctors had found something life-changing. Melissa was diagnosed with ovarian cancer.
They determined that my low-grade ovarian cancer has been growing for 5 years.
This was not her first cancer battle. At just 28, doctors found she had cervical cancer.
Tell me what was running through your mind and what came after that, just for people who are maybe in that stage right now.
Because I'd had cancer 20 years ago, as soon as I heard the word cancer again, immediately I was like, well, I've got to go. I want to figure out where to go to the best of the best. It's going to be able to save my life.
Low-grade ovarian cancer that spread.
And he said, well, you have multiple, and by multiple I mean at least 24 nodules spread throughout your abdominal area. And I immediately thought, well, that's a death sentence. Like, I'm not going to make it through this.
Her doctor had a different outlook.
There's hope that this is not necessarily a death sentence.
They came up with a plan, which involved a trip to MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston.
And I know I look terrible, but I get a pass because I was in surgery for 9 hours. I was scared to death of doing this surgery, but I knew that if I didn't do it, I was going to die. So, thank you for that. Literally pulled me through that first 9-hour surgery I had in January that was supposed to be 4 hours because there's no reason I probably should have survived that.
9 hours long as doctors attempted to remove her cancer.
Right now, my scars are healing. I would say mentally and physically, but it's not without some physical pain still.
Pain she feels every day, even as her treatments change.
So my treatment right now is I'm on letrozole, which is a pill that I take every day.
Doctors explain it as an estrogen blocker.
So if we give them estrogen, they grow. If we deprive them from estrogen, they stop growing and sometimes they die.
And for Melissa, it's working.
So right now I'm declared no evidence of disease. We call that dancing with Ned.
Something Melissa never thought she'd live to say.
Hi, my fight club.
She uses this Facebook page as a support center for herself and for others.
It's called Mel's Fight Club and Road to Remission. It's real and it's raw, and I get to say what I want to say.
This is one fight club you do talk about.
I thought it was just going to be a updating, like here's what's going on in my life, like during surgeries or treatments or whatever. Ended up really being my story. This guy's been amazing to me too, and couldn't have done it without you.
She credits her friends, family, and her followers for helping her find the motivation to fight ovarian cancer.
You wake up every day and it's always there. Is it back? Is it gonna come back? Oh, I have this pain in my right side. Does that mean something's there?
She wants her journey to help others.
Some days are harder than others, obviously, and I have my pity parties, You can ask my husband about that. But God's keeping me alive for a reason, and I think that reason is to help somebody else.
I'm reporting in Fort Myers.
Hey, babies.
Alexia Chiropoulos, NBC2.
The early symptoms include pelvic pain, bloating or low appetite, and frequent urination. Genetic testing can help prevent ovarian or fallopian tube cancers. We have a link up on our website, nbc-2.com, along with Melissa's full story.
Well, that was quite the gorgeous day.
It was a gorgeous day. It was a gorgeous weekend. Now